Tremendous social unrest has been broken out in the country of Kazakhstan. All across the country, there have been work stoppages and violent protests against the government. It has all gotten to the point where the government has requested and received assistance from Russia to send troops to suppress the uprising. The protests have been so great that the government has been forced to resign. The situation has gotten so bad that on January 5th, protesters reportedly stormed the airport in the country's biggest city, Almaty, forcibly entering government buildings and setting fire to the city's main administration office, according to local media. The situation is getting out of control. Dozens of protesters have been killed and hundreds more injured, according to Almaty police official. It has also been reported that the government has been issued shoot-to-kill orders to the military.
I gave the order to law enforcement agencies and the army to open fire, to kill without warning. Abroad, there are appeals to the parties to negotiate for a peaceful solution of problems. What nonsense! What kind of negotiations can there be with criminals, with murderers? They need to be destroyed, and this will be done shortly.
To make matters worse, authorities in Kazakhstan have detained Karim Masanov, the former head of the National Security Committee, on suspicion of treason. The Security Committee said today, "This is significant because Masanov is widely viewed as a close ally of the former president Nursultan Nazarbayev. He has twice been prime minister and has also served as head of the presidential administration under Nazarbayev." The spark that began this prairie fire was the surging fuel prices in the country, which have affected the world as well. Gasoline prices in Kazakhstan increased 47 cents US dollars a liter in December from 46 US dollars a liter in November 2021. As most households have an annual income of just under 3,000 US dollars, this price increase severely impacted people's budgets. This is only the breaking point for the Kazakh people. For a long time now, economic problems persisted, produced by the contradictions of capitalism and plutocratic government. The protests are spontaneous in nature. There is no set demands or organizational leadership. It's wholly organic. There is a general demand by workers for an increase in wages. This is particularly demanded by the Kazakhstan foundry and mechanical plant workers. The only unifying demand is the resignation of the president and, essentially, so-called regime change. As noted by Politosturm, the lack of a coherent political program is a consequence of the fact that the working people of Kazakhstan don't have a political organization. Without its party and its firm leadership, things will not go beyond economic demands and petty bourgeois political slogans. The absence of a communist party that consistently guides workers in the struggle for their rights and socialism, the protesters will inevitably fall under the influence of the bourgeoisie and be deceived. Unfortunately, there is no communist party in Kazakhstan. It was banned in 2016. Disturbingly, the Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered Russian troops to militarily occupy the country at the request of the Kazakh government. This means Putin is directly suppressing a workers' uprising against a despotic regime. His actions are anti-revolutionary. He is backed up by the Collective Security Treaty Organization, which also includes Belarus, Armenia, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. Even China, which is alleged to be a socialist country, is deliberately downplaying the legitimate uprising by the proletariat. By siding with the plutocracy, they're posing themselves directly against the Kazakh people. Intentional anti-revolutionary action. China claims, without evidence, that the righteous anger of the Kazakh people is a color revolution perpetrated by the U.S. After all, it needs to protect its corporate investments as co-founders of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, a treaty which China uses to exploit other countries.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.